Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Arkham Horror, the card game, the Path of Carcosa, and we'll be doing Pallid Mask after we got absolutely wrecked by a Phantom of Truth. Full disclosure, this is my third attempt to record and play through this scenario. I keep making a lot of rules mistakes. Some of them involve the actual scenario itself, but also I keep sometimes forgetting. I did one session where I literally completely forgot Minty Fan had her King in Yellow out, and obviously that makes it so you can't commit skills the way you want to, and and then I do that for a couple of rounds, and then I realize I messed up, and then there's kind of not really an easy way to rewind from there. That's probably the only complaint about playing Minty Fan. She's actually a lot of fun, but if you get the King in Yellow, it really messes with your head. Also, I've probably been messed around with because I'm a bit tilted still from losing Scenario 5 so badly. I'm pretty sure I lasted about as long as my previous attempt, which was like over a year ago or something like that. Like, we just got slaughtered. I don't think we lasted. I'm pretty sure on my previous attempt I didn't last a single agenda either. So, I mean, we got wiped out like what, round 4, round 5. Anyway, let's go ahead and do the Pallid Mask. So, check campaign log if you did not escape the gaze of the Phantom, or if you are unable to find Nigel, read intro 1. You are stirred awake by dirty, stale air and dust in your throat. You are lying on a slab of cold stone inside a lightless underground passageway. How did you get here, and where is here exactly? A shiver courses up your body, and your hair stands on end. Rising to your feet, you take stock of your surroundings. Bones decorate the walls and ceiling around you. Open-mouthed skulls peering back at you everywhere you look. Record in your campaign log that you awoke inside the catacombs. Okay. Then go to Haruku's information if you have the VIP stuff, which we do. Alright, just past the archway closest to you, you see a familiar symbol etched into the skull of a sheep. Rows of concentric semicircles lined with exotic runes. Two wavy lines descend from the design, leading into the skull's lower jawbone. You recognize it as the pattern Haruku had shown you. Wondering why it would appear here, you examine the skull in greater detail. As soon as you touch the underside of the skull's jawbone, its mouth suddenly opens. Bones collapse to the ground as the wall slides to reveal a new path. Remember that you opened a secret passageway. Alright, setup. So the key thing here, if you awoke in the catacombs, which we did, we put a random catacomb location into play and catacomb side face up, and for the remainder of the scenario, that location is the starting location. Right, we're going to go get set up right about here. Alright, and then set all the other locations aside as a separate catacombs deck. So what we need to do is take the Tome of Shadows and the set aside block passage, and then 3 other catacombs locations. So these 2 cards. 1, 2, 3. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And then that is our catacombs deck. Okay. Each investigator begins play at the starting location. Remember also I need to put a resource on this to show that this is the starting location. Okay. Alright, we do place these on here. And go from there. The bearer of the man in the Pallid Mask weakness searches their deck for it and sets it aside out of play. Alright, so I am going to go through here and grab the man in the Pallid Mask. Got him. We're going to go ahead and do Mulligan now because we're about to reveal a location as part of the setup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Strong start. I'm not a big fan of the rise to the occasion, unfortunately. It can be useful in some situations, but every time it seems to be a situation where I'm always one lower than the things I'm dealing with. So I'm probably going to replace these in my deck if I hadn't already in my build. We're going to do these 3 and draw the rest. 1, 2, 3. That's a reasonable start. Right, and then you. Also, before, oh my god, this guy. this guy, he was what killed pretty much Zoe right off the bat. I mean, part of it was because I didn't overpower as my last action. I really shouldn't have. Even then, it still would have spawned during upkeep, and then I still would have had to deal with it. So either way, I was definitely in deep trouble. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also, I was about to say, before the Pallid Mask guy got removed from Minty Fan's deck, she actually had 5 weaknesses in her deck. Now she's down to 4. Zoe has 3 in her deck. They definitely accumulate. The 1-2 punch. Honestly, all these are actually kind of nice. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this Steadfast Vicious Blow and the 1-2 punch. 1, 2, 3. Okay, a Safeguard, Stunning Blow. I can live with that. Also, I have 1 mental and 3. Well, Zoe has 1 physical and 3 mental trauma, so she's already at half insanity right now. And Minty Fan has 2 physical and 1 mental trauma. All right, so we'll go ahead and let's see. Each investigator begins play in the starting location. Remember to trigger the force effect on that location when it is revealed. So let's go ahead and do that. So all the catacombs on the backside, as an additional cost for you to enter catacombs, investigators at your location must spend 2 clues as a group. Skulls and bones decorate the walls of this wide hallway in a macabre fashion. All right, and then we got candlelit tunnels. You can do an action here, test book 3 to read an ancient sign. If you succeed, look at the revealed side of the catacombs location, if any catacombs location in play. So you can peek, essentially. And then forced, when candlelit tunnels is revealed, put the top 2 catacombs of the catacomb deck into play on the left and right sides of the candlelit tunnel. 1 and 2. All right, and then if you open a secret passageway, choose a catacombs location adjacent to the starting location and reveal it. Let's go ahead and reveal the left side. Okay, when it comes into play, put the top 3 catacombs in the above, below, and to the right of the Labyrinth of Bones. Well, so the way this works is it's all adjacent. So anything in an orthogonal direction is adjacent. Diagonals are not. And when placing things, if it's already occupied, you cannot place something there. So there's already something to the right, but we can do above and below. We're just going to shift this up a little bit. Okay. All right, so we got the Labyrinth of Bones, which has 2 shroud and 4 clues. A pillar of bones dominates the center of the circular chamber. Several dark passages lead in multiple directions. Okay. So we got a little bit to play around with. All right, that is all of that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the... Also, there's nothing else that we need to worry about, right? That is everything. Okay, shuffle this. Top agenda, Empire of the Dead. The dank, chill air of the catacombs penetrates your clothes and causes you to shiver. Everywhere you look, the remains of the dead greet you. A grim reminder of your own mortality. Each location is connected to each location adjacent to it, like I just said. 6 doomed to advance, and then over here we have through the catacombs. At the end of the long tunnel next to you, the stranger steps through the darkness, his pale mask glinting in the candlelight. Wait, you call out. He glances your way before vanishing into the shadows. Once more, you are forced to track him down to find answers. Objective, find the man in the pallid mask. He is somewhere in the catacombs. Do not advance until you are instructed. The symbols. Skulls, minus X. X is the number of locations away from the starting location, max 5. So if you're trying to navigate, do your best to try to keep things relatively close to your starting point, though there's also another reason why that can be dangerous. Cultists, which we don't have in the bag, minus 2, and if this was revealed during an attack, your attack does 1 less damage. So I don't know if it goes down to 0 or not. Tablets, which we no longer have either. Minus 2, if there was a ghoul or a geist enemy at your location, it attacks you. Doesn't matter if you pass or not. If there's more than one, you only choose one of them to attack. And then the Elder Things, which we just got, is minus 3. If you fail, you search the encounter deck and discard pile for a ghoul or a geist enemy and draw it. So with all that said and done, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 resources to go ahead and... I'm going to spend 1 resource and get out my strange solution. I'm going to spend 2 resources to go ahead and do preposterous sketches and get that going. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I can live with that. Then I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 resources to go ahead and get out my laboratory assistant. 1 and 2. All right, reasonable start. Let's go with Zoe next. Zoe is going to spend 3 resources to get out her enchanted blade. Actually, get something worth fighting for. That's her first action. Second action, she's going to play Emergency Cash and draw a card. Okay, didn't get punished. Then I'm going to spend 4 resources. Let's go. Let's spend 3 resources and go ahead and get the enchanted blade out. Alright, first round done. No mistakes yet. Upkeep. Alright, clasp of black onyx. It was neither Arabic nor Chinese, nor, as I found afterwards, did it belong to any human script. So, while this is my hand, anything I play will cost 1 additional, which isn't too bad. Alright, and then Zoe. Okay, let me handle this, that's fine. Mythos, 1 Doom, I've already shuffled. Let's get started. Okay, can't be damaged except by spell, relic, or encounter cards. Okay, and then you will draw this, Eyes in the Walls, test will 3. For each point you fail by, take 1 horror, and then when assigning it, you have to do it kind of evenly. Alright, I'm not going to commit anything to this, it'll just be 4 to 3. We fail by 1, so we'll take 1. Alright. Unfortunately, Poltergeist can't be hurt by Strange Solution. But they can be stabbed with a magical sword. So I'm going to go ahead and have Zoe engage. I'll give her 1 resource because of her ability. I'm going to go ahead and attack and charge the blade. So this will be 6 to 3, and I'll do 2 damage. Alright, that deals with it. Last action, I am going to go ahead and spend 4 resources to get out Beat Cop. Alright, not too bad. Let's go. So we need clues. That's a statement. I'm going to go ahead and spend an action and a resource to get out the clasp of onyx. That way I don't have to pay extra for everything else. It is everything but the clasp that is more expensive. Alright, second action. I am going to go ahead and investigate. This place is... I'm right now 4 to 3. So let's go ahead and make that 5 to 3. And then 6 to 3 with my ability. We succeeded. We'll get 1 clue, and then I can take a look at the top 3. Good thing I did. We'll take the... yeah, at this point, we'll just take the perception. No, I'll take the guts. Because I'm getting hit with Mythos. Alright, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Okay, last action, I am going to go ahead and investigate again. This time it's going to be 7 to 3. No other modifiers. It is 0 for this. Sorry, I'm moving the resource. There we go. So this is -0, so I beat this 7 to 3, so by 4, so I do get an extra clue thanks to Sharp Vision. Alright, we do have enough clues to actually start exploring again, for what it's worth. Alright, that is everybody. Let's go ahead and go to Upkeep. Overzealous, let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Draw. Attach to your location. It gets +1 Shroud. So it checks to see if there's already a pit here. If it is, you discard it and get Surge. Otherwise, it gets +1 Shroud, and then at the end of the round, anyone that's here will take 3 damage, and then you discard it. So you pretty much have to move away from this place for a round. That was a Surge, by the way, because of the Overzealous, so Surge anyway. We get an enemy. which is fine by me. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, you go there. And then your upkeep. Okay, we're okay. Mythos, we're 2 to 6 now. Draw. Nearest unrevealed location. Test 4 book to interpret the guide's ravings. If you succeed, look at the revealed side of any catacombs location in play. Group limit once per game. Aren't these catacombs absolutely fascinating? Humanoid, lunatic, 3 attack, 2 evade, 2 health, and hits for 1 horror. Okay. Next, we'll go ahead and go with your bad card. Grasping Hands, 3 foot. Each point you fail by, take 1 damage. I'll have Min commit a card. Actually, you'll be okay. Let's just do this. 2 to 3. Alright, we'll take 3. Boop, boop, boop. Alright, done with there. Did hurt a lot, though. Not going to deny that. Alright, we'll go with... we do need to move from this location. I'm going to go ahead and attack this ghoul minion. 6 to 2. I'm going to attack this ghoul minion. 6 to 2. Thank God. Alright, we kill him. And then we'll move. I'll just move this way. And then I'm going to have Zoe move over this direction. I'll get engaged, which will take gain a resource for that. And I need to spend 2 clues, so we'll spend 2 of Ben's clues because you can spend it as a group. Alright, ignore the text on unrevealed locations adjacent to Stone Archway. Put the topmost catacombs in the catacombs deck into play to the right of the Stone Archway. So what this means is you get to ignore the cost to go to that location, which can be helpful. Alright, we're going to go ahead and stab this guy. Yeah, we'll just stab this guy. It's going to be, we're going to spend a charge, so it's going to be 7 to 3. Okay, that kills him. And then for my last action, I'm just going to go ahead and get out Safeguard while I can. And that'll be it. Alright, Pit Below is not going to matter. It's going to get discarded soon. Upkeep. Yep. Not feeling the Rise of Occasions, if I haven't mentioned that already. I'm definitely replacing that after this. Well, not for this campaign, but for future uses for this deck. Alright, take the initiative's good, though. Alright, Mythos, halfway there. Ravenous Ghoul, lowest remaining health. The side of the thing raised the question, do we eat to live, or do we live to eat? Alright. You're just hoping we can hold that off. I could let me handle this, but I'm not going to. The shadow behind you. Put this behind you into play in your threat area. You limit to 1 per investigator. An action to look behind you. At the end of your turn, if you did not perform the above action, you must either discard all resources or discard all cards in your hand, then discard the shadow behind you. Alright, so I only have 1 resource, so I'll happily get rid of that. Now, something to note about this option, whenever you have to choose one of the things, you have to choose something that will change the game state. So for example, if I had 0 resources and then this triggered, I can't just say, oh, I get rid of my 0 resources. It won't work because it doesn't change the game state. Alright, with all that said and done, let's go ahead and I can freely go over to the right and see what's over here, so I'm going to do so. Alright. Oh, it's another Stone Archways. I didn't know there was more than one. Alright, so we get to place another fancy location. Unfortunately, my attempts to try to keep people keep close to the starting location is failing miserably. Alright, so I'm here now. Second action, I'm going to go ahead and move again, because I get to ignore the text. Alright, this place can, when it comes into play, put another one to the right. Okay. We're just going to condense these down, I guess. Alright. So book 3, you can read an ancient sign, and oh yeah, it's the same thing we did on the other location. Okay. None of the victory locations. Neat. Alright, I have one action remaining. With my remaining action, I'm probably just going to go back. Alright. Then I'm going to go ahead and fight this thing. So 6-3. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Alright. I'm going to go ahead and evade. We'll use our ability to make it 5-3. Alright, we barely evaded. Thank god I used my ability. If I hadn't, it would not have worked. Alright. So that was 2 actions. Remaining action, I'm going to go ahead and get out my other strange solution. I've already gone through so many charts. I crit failed twice already, and it's. I mean, this happened also last session and the session before, where Mint just fails automatically like 3 times in the first 2 rounds. All right, and then I'm going to spend a resource to fast out a segment of Onyx, just to get that out of the way. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I can stay in my hand. All right. That is it for all of that nonsense. Oh, also, at the end of Zoe's turn, she discards a resource and just takes resolve of that. Enemy phase, upkeep. This will re-engage. Upkeep. I have brute force. All right, and then you. Okay. Let's go ahead and Mythos for 4-6. Discard a humanoid enemy. Okay. Discard a humanoid enemy at any location and spawn Corpse Dweller at that location. If there are no humanoid enemies, discard Corpse Dweller and it gains Surge instead. So it actually replaces this with this. This thing's actually kind of annoying. It has 3 attack, 4 evade, and then 5 health, and hits for 2 health and 1 sanity. And yours. All right, more Shadow Terrors. Okay. We'll start with Minty Fan first. Thankfully, this thing has 4 evade somehow, so I'm actually 2 lower than this because I have only 2 agility, so I can add this, which will bring me up to 5-4. And then I can use my ability. I mean, it's either, actually, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's punch it. So currently I'm 6-3. And then while I do this during an attack, it becomes 9-3. 9-3. Let's do this. We did it. All right, so I beat this by 2 or more, so this is going to add 2 more damage. And then this also adds 2 damage, so I did a total of 5 one-shotting this thing. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and gain a resource, and last action, I'm going to spend all 3 resources to get Dream Diary out. Okay, then for Zoe here, we're just going to get her caught up, I think. Yep. We're just going to get her moving all the way over here. And her last action, I'll have her just gain a resource. Because we only have 1 clue, right? Yep, 1 clue. All right. No enemies, go to upkeep. Okay, we got at least cryptic research. And a backpack, which hasn't been upgraded yet. Mythos, 5 out of 6. Grasping Hands. This will be 3 foot. I'm going to go ahead and do a let me handle this, which I'll put it on her side. She'll get +2 to the result, so she's 4. 4 to 3, and we'll commit this to make it 5 to 3, and then we can use Min's ability on her because we're in the same location to make it 6 to 3. All right, success. That's -3, by the way. It's a good thing we did all that. So yeah, 4, 5, yeah, and the ability makes it 6. Yep, good to go. We passed. Oh, also, I wasted my action. I should have done, instead of getting a resource, I should have just done the action look behind you. So that's what I'll do. Actually, I'll just let it happen. That should have resolved that way. All right, discard this. This can go away. And then your encounter card is another... We've gone through... Well, we're about to get through all of them, so that's good, I guess. Also, we should be at 1 resource because it happens at the end, and then we get upkeep. Okay. Goes to Minty Fan. I'm going to go ahead and get my Essence of Dreams. I'm going to go ahead and fast play this Cryptic Research. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're now at 8 cards in hand, so this Essence of Dreams is better now. Let's go ahead and keep this going. I'm going to investigate this location. I'm currently 4 to 2. Let's go ahead and Eureka that and make it 5 to 2. We pass. Oh, sorry. I needed to look at top 3. Top 3. I will take the Segment of Onyx. Okay. And then shuffle that, and I also get a clue. And then I'm going to spend said clues to go ahead and go moving. Let's move down here. Okay, when you would move from Narrow Shaft to an unrevealed location, test 3. If you fail, take 1 damage. Put this, and then put a another catacomb location either to the top or to the right. So we'll put 1 over here. Okay, and then I will take an action here. I'm going to go ahead and investigate. This location is just 2, so I'm currently 4 to 2. Let's go ahead and perception it, make it 6 to 2. We do pass, and I draw a card. And then we'll investigate 1 more time. We'll just do, I don't know, those squids actually scare me. So you know what, we'll go ahead and do the Essence of Dream. So 8 to 2. Yeah, good thing I did that, else I would have spawned something. Alright, we at least got some victory, and we do have enough clues to move if we need to. Alright, let's, Zoe will go next. I'm just going to move twice and see what's over there. So these are all adjacent, so we can go down and then down. Cryptic Sepulchre Lamp. Okay. You can actually use willpower instead of skill to investigate this location. And you put in a play above and to the right. This map is actually looking kind of interesting. Alright, so we got that going for us. For my last action, this shadow's just going to be a pain, so I'm just going to investigate. 4 to 2. Yep, 4 to 2. We pass. The reason why it's 4 to 2 is because it's using willpower and not book. Alright. Also, these clues should have been spent when Zoe moved in here. There we go. Upkeep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Lose your resource. Discard. Upkeep. Monster. Alright, Ghoul Minion. All the way over here. So that card that transformed a humanoid enemy into a bigger monster, we can actually take advantage of that and let that deal with this thing. And that's probably going to be the way we're going to do that. Besides that, let's go ahead and go to Mythos. It advances. Alright. Spawns in the starting location, which is over here. Hunter Retaliate. While Spectre of Death is exhausted, it takes 1 less damage from each attack made against it, and if you fail an evasion attempt, it will attack you. This is before they had the keyword. I think it's called Alert. Alert is where if you fail a evasion attempt, it will counterattack. It has 3 fights, 3 evade, and has 10 health, but it's victory too. So this thing is just hanging out with us. Alright. Let's go. How do we want to do this? Not many options. Oh, actually, I do have an option. Okay. We'll start with men. Oh, wait, no, we have to do mythos. Crypt Chill. I should be able to, yeah, I can discard this because it doesn't say I can't. So the only restriction usually is you can't discard weaknesses from your hand, but you can discard them when they're out in play, unless it says otherwise. Autofail, cool. Thank you for soaking that, I guess. You. 3 will. I have 4 will right now. I'm going to take the initiative. And we pass. We were only 1 away. Okay. Alright, Min's going to go first. We'll go ahead and get this back in our hand. I'm going to move twice. I am going to pass by Zoe here. And Zoe's going to go ahead and use Safeguard. Alright, and then this thing's going to say hi. And then I'm going to hit this thing. So I can hit this thing for 3. Yeah, I can hit this thing for 3 without too much issue. And then I could possibly hit this thing for another 5 with this. And I can stunning blow it. Okay, yeah, that'll work. Alright, I'm going to attempt to attack. I'm going 6 to 3 here, using one of these things. So, here we go. I'll go ahead and overpower it. So, 8 to 3. We succeed. It's going to do 3 damage to it. And you draw a card. Okay. Then I'm going to have Zoe move, or I already moved with Zoe. So I'm going to go ahead and engage it to gain 1 resource. Actually, we have a solution for this. I'm going to go ahead and confirm this, but I believe the way auto... Well, actually, it works well, this will still work the other way. I'll have it engage. I'll gain a resource for that. And then I'm going to take a look at what I can do with 1-2 punch, but give me 1 moment. Okay, so for a skill test, you determine the skill test, then there is... I'm not going to talk about the fast windows, but or lightning bolt windows, but you determine the test, then you commit cards, then you do the draw a chaos token, and then you go through some more steps. If it's an automatic success, you skip step 3, but the step for committing cards still applies before then, so you can still do it. So, with that in mind, I'm going to first hit this thing as hard as I can with a enchanted blade. So I'm going to hit it for... I'm currently 7 to 3. We succeed. We do 2 damage. Okay? We're at this point. And then I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 resources to play 1-2 punch as my last action. And since I succeeded on all my attacks, this should actually work out. So plus 1 damage, automatic success, so it does 2. And then I'm going to be doing 3 damage with this last attack, and it's going to be at 8 difficulty, or 8 strength. We did it, we killed it. Alright, cool. Well worth it. So, 2 victory, and we don't have to worry about that thing ever again. Alright, and that has all my actions. Oh, by the way, the I forgot to talk about this. Empire of the Undead. All around you, the eyes of skulls glow with an otherworldly hue. A ghostly voice echoes throughout the labyrinthine catacombs. You sense a threatening presence looming around you. It is just outside your vision, past the dim fog that permeates through the catacombs around every corner. Each location, yeah, so everything's still adjacent, or connected rather, and then you have 12 doom. Alright, upkeep. Let's do this. We're also on the remaining 4 cards, so it's possible that this card down here could be what we're looking for. Alright, in any case, let's go ahead and upkeep King in Yellow. I do still need to discard a card. I'll discard the Rise to Occasion. Alright. Down to 11 cards. Okay, we can work with that. Upkeep. Okay, we're alive. Alright, Mythos. First Doom. Okay, so this is going to get discarded. This is going to get killed. And it's going to get replaced by this guy. Alright, next. Attach to your location. After you leave that attached location, you can take 1 horror or lose 1 action, and then so forth. Okay. I definitely don't want to drop clues, so... I'm going to go ahead and have Zoe go first. I'm going to move. I will just take the horror. I'll put it on the something worth fighting for. Actually, no. We'll do this the other way. Well, I'm still going to take a horror through a different reason. I'm actually going to have Min go first. Min's going to go down first. Sorry, I'm getting all distracted. If I could... Okay, yeah, I'm just going to go down. Zoe will follow. I'll take the horror, and I'll put it on the laboratory assistant. So both of those come down here. Then I'm going to go ahead and investigate. This is based off willpower, so it's currently 4-2, 5-2, 6-2. Actually, so the way skills work is you don't discard them until afterwards. So these are actually still in my hand. I have a hand size. I have 8 cards in my hand, so this is going to be worth 4. So we'll go in that order. Plus 4, 5, 6. I can only commit up to... I have to commit 3 or more cards, so I committed 3 cards. This is 6 matching symbols. I just need to pass the check. And we do. So we get the clue. We get rid of the king in yellow. This gets set aside. Alright. And then for my last action, I'm going to... I could investigate again, but I don't think I want to. I'll draw a card. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and use shortcut. I'll save the shortcut. I'll have Zoe go next. Zoe's going to move, and we'll spend all the clues. All the clues. Okay, Well of Souls. After you enter the Well of Souls, after you end your turn, Well of Souls, you either take 1 direct horror or discard 2 cards. When Well of Souls is revealed, put the catacombs either above, below, or to the right. We'll put it below. Okay, I don't feel safe here, so I'm going to go ahead and move back. And last action, I'm going to go ahead and gain a resource. Okay. Enemy phase, that's going to lumber forward. Upkeep. Okay, that's something I can work with. Mythos, we're at 2 doom. By the way, this we're on the clock here. Crypt Chill. I'm actually okay with that. Let me fail that. Thank you. I'm going to discard this strange solution. Pit below. Okay, so we can't hang around here, but that's not the end of the world. Alright. let's go ahead and start with Zoe first. Or not Zoe. We'll start with Min first. Let's get our Essence of Dreams first. I'm going to go ahead and shortcut, and she'll follow. Alright, I'm currently 4 to 4 in this location. And unfortunately, I don't have much to help with that. I'm going to commit a laboratory assistant and just give it +1. So that'll be 6 to 4. Okay, we pass. That was the first action. Second action, I am going to go ahead and commit Essence of Dream. So again, I'm going to be 6 to 4. We are currently 2 spaces away. Thank God. Yeah, we're 2 spaces away, despite how convoluted the map looks right now. So I do pass just barely and get the other clue. Okay, last action, I'm going to get out of here and spend the clues here. Blocked passage. When you reveal blocked passage, take 2 damage. You cannot leave blocked passage this round. A stack of human remains blocks the candlelit corridor. This gives new meaning to the phrase dead end. You don't say. Alright. So 2 damage. I'll actually take... Yeah, I'll have to take both. Yeah, I'll take both. Alright. Goes to Zoe. Zoe's going to spend 1 resource. Get out the wolf mask. Spend an action to move. I'm just seeing what my other options are. Yeah, I at least want to move, so yeah, we'll move up here. And then we're just going to go ahead and get ourselves another resource to get that ready. Alright, enemy phase moves on over. This is going to get discarded. Upkeep. Okay. Yeah, we already read that. Alright, 3. Investigate. Corpse Dweller, there are none on the field, so this is going to get Surge. Nearest unrevealed location, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll just put you over here. Grasping Hands again. Don't really have anything to deal with it. +1, we do pass. Good job. Alright. Let's have Min go. She'll get this back. Going to move twice. Get to this location. And then I'm going to use Guts. Bring me up to 6 to 2. I pass. I draw a card. Alright. Then I fast out all 3 of the segments. And now put it in play. And then for my last action, I'm going to go ahead and investigate and use Guts again. We pass. We get the clue here. Draw a card. And then I will go ahead and... Oh yeah, we avoided this by going around. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pop this shortcut to move over 1. Alright, goes to Zoe. Zoe's going to move, get engaged by this guy, gets a resource. I'm going to spend 2 resources to go ahead and 1-2 punch. This thing has 3 fights. I have 6 fight for the first swing. I am going to Vicious below it, so there'll be 2 damage there. Success, 2 damage. And then the second one's going to be 7 to 3, and I'll do 2 damage as well. Okay. And then I'm going to put 1 damage on Beat Cop, exhaust it, and kill this thing. Alright. And then I'm going to spend an action to move back. And I'm actually going to go ahead and go all the way into this. I know there's the Spirit's Torment, but it's just faster to go this way. Okay, that is all of that. Also, I forgot about my Wolf Mask. I actually have ways to deal with the foot test. Okay, enemy phase. He doesn't move. Upkeep. Upkeep. Alright, looking good. Well, I don't know if we're looking good or not at this point. Investigation. Or, sorry, Mythos. Obscuring Fog. That's fine. You. Poltergeist. You'll get 1 resource for that. For being engaged. Okay. We're going to go Min first. I'm going to spend 2 actions moving. All the way to here. Spend the stuff. Gate to Hell. Put the top 2 above and below it. Okay. Ariette, Cesta, something, Delabart. Okay. So that was 2 of my actions. I'm going to go ahead and investigate with Sharp Vision. This will make us 7 versus 1. We pass, we get 2 clues. We are running out of places to investigate. Okay. Oh, actually, I'm an idiot. Well, I thought I didn't have... Oh, no, I didn't spend the clues, did I? I'm fairly certain I didn't. Give me a second. Yeah, I did not spend the clues when I moved. So we'll fix that now. Okay, so the investigate was needed. Good. Goes to Zoe. Zoe's busy. My weapon is a relic, so I can kill with it. I'll attack. I'm currently 6 to 3. Success. And then 6 to 3. Success. And then I can do a book 3 test to read an ancient sign and see if I can look at something, but I don't really have high skills, so I'm just going to hang out for now in this location and go up to get a resource. Enemy, upkeep, upkeep, okay. Mythos, 5 to 12, Obscuring Fog. Okay, well, I'll get another one here. So there's 2 of them. That could be a bit expensive. Alright. Investigation phase. Min, we'll go ahead and move. Spend 2 clues. When Tomb of Shadows is revealed, advance to Act 1B. While the man in the Pallid Mask is at the Tomb of Shadows, he gets plus 2 health and cannot be defeated by his action ability. Victory 1. So he's hanging out here, aloof still. The Stranger's Shadow. Rows of skulls chatter their teeth endlessly as you pass through a narrow stone archway into a round chamber illuminated by firelight. In the center of the tomb stands the stranger peering into the blaze. Across the wall, shadows dance and twist with the flickering of flame. The stranger turns to face you, and his own shadow spreads across the wall. Whereas Shadow's arms should be, tentacle shapes emerge, enveloping the walls in darkness. He lifts his hand toward the wall as if trying to show you something. Alright, spawn him set aside. And Haruku would also show up, but we killed her. The path is barred. The shadows cast along the bone walls shift into shapes of several figures acting out of a macabre parody of the King in Yellow. Tell us how to stop the path from opening. If the man in Pallid Mask is defeated, advance. What is he trying to show us? Investigators in the Tomb of Shadows may spin the requisite number of clues as a group to advance. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and fast action, or lightning bolt action, the pendant. Also, this thing did not recharge. Here, I can fix that. There we go. Exhaust and spend a charge. to get a clue. All right, this location is 4 Shroud. Okay. With that means I can actually do some investigating here. So I'm currently 4 to 4 right now. Or sorry, 4 to 6 right now. So I'll go ahead and use Rise up to the occasion. So now I'm 7 to 6. We'll make this 8 to 6, and then use our ability to make it 9 to 6. We succeed, we get 2 clues. We're not going to spend the clues to advance. We're just grabbing these for the victory. Then I'll go ahead and try to go... Actually, for my last action, I'm just going to draw a card. Okay, Lost Soul. We have more conviction than doubt, so I have to do a 4-4 test, because it's my will versus the my intelligence. So I'll go ahead and use the Essence of Dream here. So 6 to 4. We pass. Okay, that has all of our weaknesses, I believe. Zoe. I'm going to go ahead and move a bunch of times. I'm going to take 2 horror for moving out of that location. 1, 2, 3, all the way up to there. And that is it. Okay, enemy phase. No one's doing anything. Upkeep. Okay, upkeep. Okay. Mythos, we're halfway there. Ghoul minion. Nearest unrevealed location, which is, there's just one unrevealed location now, so it's over there. Okay, then we go to this phase again. Alright, I'm going to spend 2 resources to cast Spectral Razor, which is going to allow me to engage the man in the Pallid Mask and attack him. It's going to be, I add my will to the skill value, so it's going to be 9 to 4. And it will do 1 extra damage because he's elite. So 9 to 4. We pass. 2 damage. Also, I should have done Vicious Blow then, but that's okay. Or sorry, 2 damage. Okay. Also, I forgot to get the resource for him engaging. Alright, next I'm going to just fight. Currently we are 6 to 4. We'll make it 8 to 4. And we'll even use our offering to make it 10 to 4. We pass. That was 9 to 4 as the total. I beat it by 2 or more, so it's going to do 3 damage. That will defeat the man in the Pallid Mask. I don't know if I still have to keep track of it, but I will mark that we chased the stranger again. Okay. When we defeat the Pallid Mask, you advance. Behind the mask, if the man in the Pallid Mask was defeated, the stranger drops to 1 knee, visibly wounded. Your knuckles whiten with anger, and you shout, "We know about Carcosa and he who shall not be named. Now tell us how to stop this madness." The stranger digs his fingers into the cold stone floor, and the catacombs shake. Mark 2, conviction. Remove the man in the Pallid Mask from the game. And go to Act 1, 3A, A Way Out. And we don't need this one. Alright, we are maxed out on conviction. The way out. Bones rattle to the floor, dislodged by shaking and crumbling of the caverns around you. The stranger grabs a skull from within the flames in the center of the chamber and flees. At the end of the round, if the gate to hell is in play, discard the location that is farthest from the gate of hell. Move each investigator from enemy that was at that location to a connecting location and deal 2 damage to each of them. So the place is collapsing. Objective, if each undefeated investigator is at the gate to hell, advance. Which is convenient because it's literally to our south. Okay. Zoe will go ahead and... Yeah, Zoe will just go down to there. And we'll be good to go. Alright, Min. Get your card. Pop. I'm going to use the Pin of the Queen to go ahead. I'm going to use Pin of the Queen to go ahead and auto-evade an enemy. and auto-evade this one. And then I'm going to investigate for my first action. And I'm going to use deduction. I'm going to use Essence of Dream and use Men's ability. So it's going to be 7 to 4. We pass. We get the clue here. And then we move down 1. Okay. If each is at the gate to hell, advance. We did it. The catacombs collapse. The catacombs rumble and collapse behind you as you make your escape. You are able to follow the stranger's shadow, tracing his steps to find your way through the labyrinthine passages. You cross the threshold of the catacombs entrance, a wave of rubble and bone chips follow in your wake. The deafening noise of falling debris crashes behind you, and you turn to find the entrance blocked by a newly formed wall of bone and rock. Just as you are ready to depart, a partially charred skull bearing a strange diagram rolls to a stop at your feet. There is no sign of the stranger anywhere. Resolution 1. The burned skull holds the key to everything, you are sure of it. You have tried every method available to you in studying the diagram it bears, but the answer eludes you still. You have brought the skull to experts, occultists, and professors. You have even tried speaking with the skull on more than one occasion. Exasperated, you place the skull on your night table and try to get some sleep for the first time since escaping the catacombs. As you fall asleep, you cannot shake the sight of the diagram etched in the skull's forehead. You awaken with a spark of inspiration and rush to the Musée du Louvre, a famous Parisian museum housing tens of thousands of paintings, drawings, and archaeological finds. You spend days exploring the museum, every display, every collection, every single object of art that might hold a clue to the diagram's meaning. Finally, you see it. A painting depicting a beautiful island town weathering a torrential storm. Waves crash against the stone of the outer wall, the tide threatening to swallow the island whole. Lightning flashes around the tower of the abbey above the village. A whirlwind of black clouds churns in the sky above. The diagram from the skull burns diagram from the burned skull you hold in your hands is recreated perfectly in the stained glass of the abbey. The title of the piece is "The Path is Open." Campaign log, you know the site of the gate. Remove tokens and then put back cultists. Thank God. I don't want these things in here anymore. Okay. Haruko is already dead, and then we get victory equal to display. Alright, good stuff. And then it just goes to Black Star Rise. Okay, we did it. Really, the biggest difficulty for this one was just the rules. Like, there's like all these little locations that do all sorts of effects. There's also a location that really messes you up, where it actually makes it so you have one less hand slot, and that one was pretty rough. You also, depending on how you like place the catacombs, you can be in a situation where you can stretch it like all the way across the table, and that's actually not very good to do because the further away you are from the center, the worse the skulls become. So you end up trying to make this weird little web to try to keep things close together. I mean, the only benefit of having a long passageway is it can make it so that this guy doesn't reach you as quickly. But it also could be very bad for Zoe in the case that she spawns her monster that she has to go kill, and it's all the way at the beginning. In any case, let's go ahead and I'll write down the text later. We're going to go ahead and get our victory. We gained 5 experience. Sorry for zooming the map around. 5 experience there. We have max out conviction. I've never done that before. All right, so 5 experience. I can do some things with that. Main things I can do with that is I could get another crypto research, and that's what I'm going to do. So we'll go ahead and get rid of the preposterous sketches, and that's pretty much all she can do. So that's all she needs. And these go back. All right. And we'll just do this real quick to reset that. Okay, cool. Then we go to Zoe, who has 5 experience, and she, of course, has Down the Rabbit Hole. So I can do 3 more experience to this, and this thing will be completely maxed out. So you may imbue the same inscription up to 3 times. Yeah, we'll do Ancient Power. Actually, before we do Ancient Power, what else can we get? Upgrading both the enchanted blades would not be bad. And then, of course, 1-2 punch. That's a play as well. That's actually kind of tempting, but honestly, I kind of want a better backup weapon. The nice thing about the enchanted blade here is you choose to spin the charges after you succeed, so you don't have to spin a charge and then accidentally auto fail. Also, if you kill while empowered, it will give you cards and horror, or heals horror rather. So that's actually not too bad. So with this, we could spend 4 experience and just upgrade both enchanted blades. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll spend that. So 1 there. So we have some solid weapons here. That'll leave us with 1 experience left. Alright, not too bad. Alright. Well, a lot better than our previous run where we got literally no experience and got a whole lot of trauma. It was kind of cascading effect, obviously. Getting the tablets for that last scenario was very bad. Also getting additional trauma was also not helpful. Let's see. I'm just trying to reset this thing before I stop. There we go. And where's our super 1-2 punch? That's a regular 1-2 punch. Where's the super one? There it is. Definitely a fan of the 1-2 punch. Very good tactic to have. Alright. So with all that said and done, we'll go ahead and call it here. I am the Depressed Eeyore. This was Arkham Horror the card game, Path of Carcosa, the Pallid Mask, and we'll be doing Black Star's Rise, and that'll be the penultimate scenario. So, I'll see you guys next time.